Hey guys, I'm Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be testing out some new affordable makeup products that were requested quite a bit on my channel. So this is going to be a review as well. And also, before getting started with the makeup, you guys know I always talk about skincare and how just makeup is not enough. And in this video the topic is going to be vitamin C serum. Now I know a lot of us have already incorporated a lot of skincare products, and a lot of products might have worked in the past and then stopped working. Do you feel that too? Like your vitamin C serum is falling flat and no longer working for you? I think it's time for you to level up your skincare game using the TheDermaCo 15% vitamin C serum. Now this one is an upgraded formulation. Now this serum is very potent and very effective in terms of the results as well. It visibly gives you radiant skin, even skin tone and clear skin. And not only that, it hydrates, firms and protects your skin. Now if you're someone who has dark spots or just have starting to notice the arrival of dark spots, then it's time to use a serum such as this in your skincare routine. I've done a complete switch up of my skincare products, be it serums, sunscreens and all of that, because I feel like the products I was using, like my skin got too used to. I feel like that happens to me very often, so I always switch up my skincare products. I needed something a little bit more potent, a little bit more effective. Now I feel like my skin has been looking a lot more radiant, brighter and even toned ever since I started using this serum. A glass filled with water and betadine solution should turn clear if you add a potent vitamin C serum. So that is what we're going to be testing out today. So now from brown it has changed to colorless. If it was not a potent serum, it wouldn't change color. So that shows that this TheDermaCo's vitamin C serum is a very potent vitamin C serum. Now you know that if you're using something so potent and you're using actives regularly in your skincare, you need to use a good effective sunscreen. For that I have the TheDermaCo 1% hyaluronic sunscreen aqua gel. This has a powerful SPF 50 protection and a PA4+ rating. This is a very lightweight sunscreen that gives you that seamless application. It gives no white cast. It doesn't feel heavy or greasy on your skin. I use this serum during the daytime and top it off with this sunscreen, and I love the combination of both of this. I will make sure to link these products in the description box below for you to check it out, and make sure to use my coupon code Deepthi 2025 for additional discount on the TheDermaCo website. These products are also available on Amazon, Nykaa, Flipkart and Purple. All of TheDermaCo's products are fragrance free and designed by dermatologists. Every single time you shop from the TheDermaCo's website, they link your order to a child they help educate along with Bhumi. As part of their Young Scientist initiative, they've empowered 20,000 plus students so far. Definitely do check these products out. Now let's get started with the makeup products. Firstly, for eyebrow, it's been a long time since I actually picked up a new eyebrow pencil. So yeah, definitely make sure to check these products out. Now moving on to the makeup products. I will be starting off with my eyes today because I have a new eyeshadow palette. I've already tried it out. I'm not very impressed and it does have a little bit of fallout. So firstly, for eyebrows, I have this Swiss Beauty Micro Precision Eyebrow Pencil. I got this in the shade Grey Black, which a lot of people really like, and I love the packaging of this. This feels really nice and heavy. It's very well built, and I love the tip of this. It gives me like the most precise, easy application. Like you can see, I love the shade match. It matches my eyebrow hair pretty well. I mean, it does look a little bit stark, but I'm okay with that. And also it's very easy to apply. You don't really have to apply a lot of pressure, so absolutely love this. Now for eyeshadow, I have this quad from K Beauty. This one is in the shade Outshine. This retails for 699 rupees. It's a very small quad. It actually looks like an eyebrow palette. So this is how the color scheme looks like. It's not a very cohesive color scheme. As you guys can see, I've already used this up quite a bit, and I have noticed that it's like warm tone shades and then this rose gold duochrome sort of a glitter, which is not very softly pressed. So you need to use like some other eyeshadow palette. So firstly, I'm going to be using like a like the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette, because it's been a while since I used this, and also this would work in conjunction with that palette pretty well. So I'm going to be taking this shade as my transition shade, this shade in Arouse. Taking this glitter called Irresistible all over my lid, and then taking the K Beauty eyeshadow quad, taking this dark brown shade on the outer corner. It is a decently pigmented matte shade. It is not very dry, chalky, so that I like. The shimmer shade, however, it's like not very foily, but it's there. Like the pigment is there, but it's not a very foily, shiny shimmer shade. Something that you've already seen in a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Now for the glitter shade, I'm going to be taking this on a flat shader brush, but also wetting my brush because this glitter doesn't pick up that well on its own. It's not a very smooth, foily, like wet looking glitter. It's a little dry and also gets a little bit patchy. So taking it on the brush and just tapping it towards the center. It's not a very like attractive shade of glitter actually. It just looks very muddy and very like not so nice. So no, I'm just not going to use this eyeshadow palette. The product is just not my favorite. Anyways, now moving on to some kajal. I picked up this one from Calabar. This one is a Just Smoky kajal in the shade Just Marcella. And I actually really like this kajal so much because it's nice pigmented and it just shows up so beautifully on my eye. I love this shade and I'm going to be like fixing it later. Once I'm done with my concealer, I will do the lower lash line better. And for mascara, I have this one. This one is the Nykaa Super Light Mascara and it has a wand like this. Actually gives pretty good length and volume. Now moving on to my face, I'm not going to be using a primer because I'm going to be using a skin tint, and I really like the finish of the skin tint that I don't feel like I need a primer on. So this one is the House of Makeup Face Anything Luminous Skin Tint. This is in the shade M15 and this I got a lot of requests to try out and a lot of people really like this skin tint, so I got this one. It has this kind of like a watery consistency. It is a little bit of a darker shade for my skin tone, but because it's a very light product, it's not very pigmented and thick, it works out pretty well for me. If it was a little bit thicker, you could see it would turn out to be a little bit dark, but I don't mind it. I wore this yesterday actually, and I've never received so many compliments on my skin as much as I received when I was wearing this skin tint. It was like, you're looking so healthy, you're looking so fresh. I was like, oh my god. It's not a very expensive product, but works like that. That's what I really like about such products. It's also buildable, like I'm building on with whatever is remaining on my hand. And it gives you like light medium coverage. You can see I have this spot on my face that it is not masking it, but it doesn't look bad and I like it like that. I like how natural my skin looks with this. So now I also picked up their concealer. This one is the House of Makeup Zoom In Crease-Free Creamy Concealer with Jojoba Seed Extract, Kutu Cola, Plant Squalene. I got this in the shade M02 for skin with yellow undertones. It's just mentioned skin with yellow undertones, not what skin. So yeah, this is in the shade M02, medium skin with yellow undertones. This is what the applicator of this looks like. Something I'm so happy about that I've mastered over time is I have been like shaving constantly, right? So I have a little bit of like darkness peeking through, and sometimes it's also the ingrown hair, and I've learned to mask it up so well that when I went for consultation the other day, and like I've learned to do my makeup really well as well, like they were like very impressed with how my skin was looking and they couldn't see anything. So I got it to look very natural but mask up whatever I needed to mask up. Wow. Whoa. Beautiful finish. Oh my god. I'm going to be using a different brush because I feel like this brush is not performing that well. This is the Pack 218 brush I'm going to be using. Like if you moisturize your under eye skin really well, let it set like that, prep your under eye area, this would be your best friend. I feel like you just need very little amounts of it. You get beautiful coverage, finish and everything, but I can see it being a little bit harder around certain places to blend, but it looks seamless underneath the eyes and oh my god, I love it. I love it, and I don't even think I need to set it. Now I'm going to be finishing up my lower lash line because it's bothering me. I have a feeling the Calabar kajal is starting to irritate my eyes, just like most colored kajals do. For bronzer, I don't really have... Anyways, moving on. For bronzer, I don't really have like a affordable bronzer that is recently launched or anything. I feel like that's where we lack in the Indian market. We don't really have a lot of contours, bronzers and all of that. Just very few brands that even launch those. My problem with all of this packaging, it just doesn't seem to work after a long time. Like my Charlotte Tilbury one works pretty well, but all of this is just not even getting the product out. Trying this Daily Forever 52 contour, same packaging. Hope this hasn't, yeah, this hasn't dried down. It's a very pigmented product. Got this in the shade 02, but if you are of like medium tan and deeper skin tone, this would work really well for you. If you are around my skin tone, I think you can get a shade 01 if it is available. For blush, I picked up this Fay Beauty Lush blush in the shade Nutty. This I saw a lot of people really like, so that's the reason I picked it up. This is what the packaging of it looks like. It's beautiful and pigmented, and it blends really nicely. This time I also got a liquid highlighter for myself. This one is the Starry Night liquid highlighter from House of Makeup. I thought this shade wouldn't match me that well. This is in the shade Nebula, but it actually does look really nice. It doesn't contrast with my skin tone. I really like the finish. It's very subtle, natural looking. Next up for lips, I right now have the Love Child lip oil in the shade Raspberry on my lips. I'm going to be taking this off. I'm going to be using this for lips. I'm going to be using the Mars Matte Muse lipstick in the shade 04 Trendsetter. I picked up so many shades from this just for a lip swatch video, so that will be coming up pretty soon. Now I understand what they've tried with this formulation. I am appreciating the shades that they've come up with and all of that, but I feel like it's not as blurring like moussey like the Peri Pera Ink Velvet or even the MAC Powder Case Liquid Lipstick or the Romand Ink Velvet, the Romand Lip Velvet stains. I think they have like tried to imitate those products. I really like the shades though. The applicator doesn't pick up just the right amount of product, so you have to dip back in quite a few times to get an even application, and it is a little bit on the thicker side, so over time I can see maybe it would dry down in the tube itself. I'm not sure. Maybe it would be a lot more harder to pick up the product. I'm not very aware of that because I just got this. It's not very blurring, and also it's not something that would probably not give you that line. Like my MAC Powder Kiss liquid lipstick is what I reach out for every single time I feel like a lipstick is going to give me that line in the inner rim. I just apply this one on top of that and it just fixes it. So that's the reason I have so many of those. But yeah, that is expensive. I also really like the Romand Lip Velvet, but this is pretty good. Like, it's okay, it's pretty good for the price. I will be swatching all of the other shades in future videos. So yeah, my final take on all of these products, I feel like the House of Makeup Skin Tint, I absolutely love it. I wore this the other day, like I mentioned, it fetched me so many compliments. It's a very luminous skin tint, so if you have very oily skin, I'm not sure if you'd like it, but I love it, you guys. It just makes me look so healthy and fresh. I love the concealer as well. It's not creasing one bit. I haven't set it. It's a creamy concealer that gives you medium high coverage. Really nice. I also like their liquid highlighter that I tried out. It gives you like a subtle glow. It's not like, you know, very shimmery looking. It's almost like a balmy liquid highlighter, which I really like. The liquid blush from Fay, very nice pigmentation, blendability. It's not patchy. It just looks so good. Swiss Beauty eyebrow pencil, absolutely amazing for the price. I would definitely see myself reaching out for that, finishing it and repurchasing it even. Grape black is a shade for me. And then I don't really like the eyeshadow palette. I would highly recommend you guys skip this eyeshadow palette on its own, because see, the matte shades are nice and pigmented. Maybe if it was like a all matte eyeshadow palette, I would have highly recommended it. But this shimmer it's something we've seen before. It's not like the most like intense shimmer. I mean, if you have lighter eyelids, you know, not very pigmented eyelids, you would absolutely love it. But it's not a very cohesive eyeshadow palette in terms like these three shades are cohesive. This was just so out of place that it put me off from trying this eyeshadow palette out. Like if I'm wearing like a different outfit, more brown tone, neutral colors, I would definitely reach out for this. And the black is not the most pigmented black, but it's like a gray black shade that would work really well. It blends really nicely. Just that this is so dry and so patchy on the eyelids, and it looks muddy almost. So I'm not a very big fan of this eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you still love K-beauty products, there are some people who just vouch by this brand. I'm not sure if it is because it is associated with a certain person that a lot of people are so madly in love with it. For me, I don't care about all of that as long as the product is good. I have nothing to lose, actually, to be honest. I would still put affiliate links. I would still earn out of it. Like if you are liking this brand, and because I'm speaking against a brand and you are absolutely in love with it, you can voice out your opinion, but make sure it is constructive, like how I can try out the products. Maybe there's a different method I can use, or if you have tried out and how it worked out for you and all of that. I am okay with constructive criticism, feedback, opinion, but the minute it crosses the line from constructiveness to derogatory, belittling my work insulting me, I'm not going to be quiet about that. I have not pledged my kindness to people such as this that come and belittle me. Of late, I've been getting so many comments, and the minute I respond in the same tone as the person who's commented, everyone's like offended, like, oh, you're so rude. I thought you were a very kind person. Why should I be kind to someone who's belittling me straight up? And even though this is a public platform, it is my channel that I've built, you know? So I have the control here to allow certain things or to avoid certain things. Just like how you have to follow a decorum in public, you have to have etiquettes. This is the same thing you have to follow here too, you know. You can't just go out in public places and behave however you want, right? There are people who do that, and you have seen the repercussions of that too. So this is a channel which I expect a certain tone and a certain kind of language to be followed here. The minute it crosses that, I might retaliate or sometimes delete it. So don't get offended in the first place. If you're the offender, don't get offended. But to people who are always voicing out their opinions very kindly, very gently, I am here for it. I will understand. I will take it. I will. I promise you guys. Someone here mentioned about the video quality. I took it seriously. I'm working on it every single day. I'm not sure if it's the best right now, but I have changed up a lot of my settings. And someone mentioned about how the rate of speech has been a little too much. So I try to slow it down. And sometimes it's not in my control, but I do tone it down. And sometimes somebody is correcting my pronunciations. I'm here for it. I'm going to take it. There are people who watch my videos genuinely, who comment, who engage, who are always supportive, who are giving me constant feedback, because of whom I am able to improve on my channel. But these people who come with outright hate, just like, you know, form a hate thread. If someone is joining a hate thread and joining that person and trying to come against me, that's not helpful for me in any manner. So I would rather you unsubscribe than stay on my channel and just constantly always keep sending me hate. Because if you check, I can check on the person's comment history and it's almost always pretty negative. And every single day, like when I feel like, am I doing the right thing, when there those comments that tell me like, you know, this video helped me out, why don't you do this, dupes, why don't you match this and this, why don't you change this up, why don't you do this, I like that. I like that I'm constantly able to work on it and take that criticism, take that feedback and work on my channel. And I need something that can help me improve but not deteriorate in terms of my mental health too. So yeah, I hope this video is taken in good sense. So see you guys in my next one. So yeah, let me know what other videos you'd like to watch, comparisons, dupes, anything, lipstick swatches, let me know in the comments down below, and which products as well. Like if you want me to talk about certain products, be very specific about it so that I can pick it up as well. So yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye.